NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9. Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. Let's get at the 31-yard line.
Ready. We're ready.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Alone. 3 down.
To Freeman on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Ready, 25. Don't get nervous.
Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays had gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Tied 3-3.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Ready, Blue 80. Blue 80.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down, Atlanta.
Ready, Blue 80.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Let's go. 55's my guy, 55.
They toss to Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Texans
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Miller, the lone setback. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check 50, check 50. Check.
And he'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal.
Check 43. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 50 points down, he's coming.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Three bud. Sponge. No. Shoot.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Ryan to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, here's Agnew. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. Let's go! 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day, dog.
Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He's looking for Ridley again, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch twitch. Watch 54. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Now Hyde. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Reset. 19. 26.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
24.
From the 39, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Alert.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Agnew now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, he's going to rifle one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Ryan steps away to his left. Jones has it, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. And he'll find Hall. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
1st down and 10.
We're set. 19. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Deuce, 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 deuce. 54. Slam. He's coming.
First down, a run with Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's bring it. Kill. Check. First down.
On second down, it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
39.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, and the pressure gets to him again. Tim Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
And they take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Everyone's attack. 19. Pick me up. Here we go.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.